biggest mistake that resellers make, in my opinion, is not knowing their niche. This is especially important for any new reseller out there. If you want to be successful at reselling, you need to know what you want to sell and then focus all of your energy on that one category. Maybe it's vintage items and all you look for are vintage clocks and vintage watches or vintage glassware. Maybe you like the new trends, so you sell plush items and electronics. Or maybe you're like me and clothing and shoes are just easy and that's what makes sense to you. When you spend your time focusing on one or two categories and you become laser focused as opposed to looking at 7 or 12, you become the best at that category. And when you become the best at that category, you spot things that other people, other resellers will just walk right by. So how do you find your niche? Well, I would suggest that you sell what you're interested in. What do you think about in your spare time? Are you primarily thinking about ways to decorate your house? Maybe you should sell small decorations. Or do you primarily spend your time online shopping in your free time? Well, maybe then you're like me and all you want to do is sell clothes. Are you always on YouTube watching tech review videos? Well, you probably already have a really good understanding of that category and that's the way you should go. Selling what you love should actually be really good news because chances are you already know the ins and outs of that product or that category that you're going to sell and you understand it better than the average person. So if you're just starting out, focus on what you love and that will allow you to already be one step above your competition. There's also another hidden benefit to this entire sell what you love idea, and that is that you will find things that you really enjoy and you want to keep for yourself. Heck, my entire wardrobe is all things that I have purchased at thrift stores and garage sales and just kept for myself. And I think it looks good. Speaking of looking good, the second thing that will make you a successful reseller is to focus on your photos. When I scroll through eBay, I certainly am not looking at the title. I look at the photos, find the one that catches my eye, then glance over at the price to see if it seems like a good deal. Then I'll look at the title just to click on it. If you're taking your photos in a dark room or just strewn about, this probably isn't a good idea. This is like showing up to a job interview in sneakers and a t-shirt. You want to present this product that you're trying to sell in the absolute best way possible. And the way you present an item will likely have an effect on your return on investment. This is in fact what you are doing every time you buy an item at a thrift store or a garage sale. You're taking a small gamble to make an investment, and if you're not presenting that investment in the best way possible, you're capping your returns. The best way to make that investment achieve maximum value is to present it in the clearest, cleanest way possible. This way, the buyer knows exactly what they're buying. This leads me to my third suggestion on how to be a successful reseller, and that is to be consistent, timely, and honest. Nothing will tank your sales more than negative feedback. The absolute best way to avoid this is to be honest. If you see a small mark on your clothes or a small little hole, point it out in your photos and talk about it in your description. Make sure the buyer knows exactly the product that they are getting. This will save you so much headache down the road. And if you're consistent and timely, this will make your buyers very happy and it may even earn you some repeat buyers. When you're the recipient of a pleasurable shopping experience, you tend to go back to that same exact provider. Think about the device you're watching this very video on. Chances are you probably have multiple of them in your home. Sometimes, especially as a reseller, you'll make a mistake and you won't see something that the buyer will notice when they get the product, or maybe there's a small hole that you left out of the description or the photos on accident. This may even result in negative feedback. It's happened to me and I'm sure it has happened to many of you. But if you're timely, honest, and consistent, these negative feedbacks and bad experiences should be few and far between, allowing you to grow your eBay business to new heights. Speaking of new heights, your eBay store, it's about to see more sales. The reason may surprise you, but it's in this video right here. If you guys can think of any other tips that may be beneficial to others out there that are in the reselling business, drop them in the comment section below. I'm sure I missed a million, but I wanted to focus on the 3 biggest ones that came to my mind. After all, the better and more consistent, honest, and timely people are at selling on eBay, the more people are going to want to shop there, and that only helps the rest of us.